I don't open that hallway anymore. I nailed it shut. But some nights I hear knocking, faint, like fingers drumming from inside the wood. And when I walk past it, the air smells sweet, like old perfume, like something dead pretending to be beautiful. Last week I woke up with dirt under my fingernails, and something was written on my mirror. The door isn't waiting anymore. I wiped it clean, turned away, then turned back. It was written again, but this time, it was on the inside of the glass. They say you can't dream of something you've never seen, that your mind can only recreate what it already knows. But then, how do you explain the stairwell? It started 3 nights ago. I woke up in my bed, but something felt off. The air was too still. My window was open. It hadn't been the night before. And on the floor was dirt, black, wet, and fresh. I followed the trail to the hallway. The nailed door was open, not broken, not forced, just open, like it had never been sealed at all. Behind it wasn't the wall I remembered. It was a narrow stairwell, spiraling down into blackness. Brick walls, no lights, just cold, moist air rising from below. And the faintest sound, a lullaby, not one I recognized, not in a language I understood, but my feet moved on their own. Each step creaked like it hadn't been touched in centuries. The air got thicker, heavy, and the deeper I went, the more I felt like I was walking into someone's memory. Then, the whispers started again, not in my ears, in my bones. They didn't speak. They pulled, tugged at my thoughts, scratched at my name like they were trying to remember me. And then I saw it, a mirror, freestanding in the middle of the stone floor, deep beneath my house, cracked, covered in fingerprints from the inside. I reached toward it, and my reflection didn't move. It watched me, then smiled, not with joy, but like it knew something I didn't. Then it mouthed something, just one word, stay. I turned to run, but there were no stairs behind me anymore, just the mirror, and its smile, growing wider. I woke up in my bed, breathing hard, hands shaking, covered in dirt. I checked the hallway. The door was shut, but one of the nails was bent, like something inside had tried to open it. And on the wall, scratched faintly into the wood, were 5 letters. Still, and now, every night at 3:14, the mirror in my room shows 2 reflections. One is mine. The other waits to blink. They say mirrors can't lie, but mine has learned to pretend. It started mimicking me, almost perfectly, except for the eyes. Mine are tired. Its are expectant. Every night now, the mirror shows me things that couldn't exist. Last night, I saw my room, but flooded, like it was submerged under a black ocean. My reflection just stood there, smiling, while something moved behind it. Long limbs, jointless, dragging its body across the ceiling like it had no weight at all. When I blinked, it was gone, but the smile stayed. I tried to cover the mirror, taped a blanket over it, turned it to the wall, but at exactly 3:14, no matter what I do, it's facing me again, waiting. And now, I don't sleep. I can't, because when I do, I dream of places I've never seen. A hallway with walls that breathe, a door made of teeth, and the sound of someone whispering my name from inside my lungs. Last night I heard knocking, not at the front door, not at my window, but from inside the mirror. 3 knocks, then a pause, then again, like it was following a rhythm, like a code. So I knocked back, and for the first time, My reflection stopped smiling. It stepped away. And something else stepped in. Not a copy. Not human. Just eyes in a shape made of wrong angles and breathing skin. It didn't speak. It didn't move. But I understood. I wasn't trapped behind the glass. I was. Tonight is the 7th night. The stairwell is back. The door is open again. And this time, I think I'm supposed to go through the mirror, because on the glass, written backward in dried black fluid, is a single message. We miss you. I stood before the mirror, its surface rippling like water, even though the air was still, except for that sound, a whispering, like breathing, but too many lungs, too many mouths. I raised my hand. It did not copy me. It waited. I pressed my palm to the glass, and the surface sank inward, wet, cold, like the skin of something alive. It pulled me forward. No reflection, no resistance, only falling. I woke up inside a hallway, the same one from the dreams. But it was real now. Every step echoed wrong, like the walls were listening, judging. There were doors. Each had a name carved into it, names I recognized. My grandfather, my first teacher, my childhood dog, all dead. I kept walking until I found the door with my name. The handle was warm. It pulsed. Inside was a room just like mine, almost identical, except everything was mirrored, backwards. The posters, the books, the writing on the walls, and sitting on the bed was me. Smiling, still. He said nothing, but I understood. I had traded places. He was going back. I rushed to the mirror in that room, tried to push through, but it was just glass. Hard, cold, and now I'm the reflection. I screamed. He just watched. He walked out of the room, and the lights in here dimmed. The walls started breathing again. I can still see him. In my world, living my life, eating my food, wearing my face. But at night, he turns the mirror to face my side and smiles, because he knows I'm watching, and I can't look away. They thought I was him, my family, my friends. Even the dog barked, and then backed away. He had learned everything, every memory, every detail. But he missed one thing, the fear, the way I carried it, the way it bled into my eyes. You can't fake fear, not when it lives in your bones. One night my mother stood at the door. She didn't speak, she just watched me, like she knew, and then whispered, "What did you do with my son?" I smiled, not because I wanted to, but because he did. The smile stretched farther than it should have. Now the mirror is back, in the attic, covered with a sheet, but I still hear it humming. Sometimes I catch my real self, the one still trapped, moving when I'm still. He's not broken yet, but he will be, because the thing about shadows is, once you let them in, they don't leave. They wear your skin, they learn your voice, and they wait for the next crack in the glass. It's been 7 months. No one talks about the mirror anymore. No one visits the attic. But I do. Every night, as if something is calling me. As if I owe it something. I started recording myself while I sleep. At first, just silence. Then, footsteps. But the sound isn't from my room. It's from inside the camera. like it's walking through the recording, like it's watching me sleep. Then one night, I woke up standing in the attic. The sheet was off the mirror. My reflection was gone. Instead, it showed a long hallway, endless. And at the very end, a door. It was open. I stepped closer, and the moment I reached for the mirror, my reflection returned. But it wasn't mine. It smiled with its own teeth and whispered in my voice, "Finally, you're ready." They found me 2 days later, unconscious, eyes open, staring at the covered glass. I haven't spoken since, but at night my lips still move, repeating the same phrase. The door is open. The door is open. The door is the end, or just the beginning.